Hello and welcome back to my another video. This is Jahid talukder in front of you. I'm a student of Kumila University Department of English. Today I'm gonna talk with you the theory of second language learning. There are many theories of learning a second language, and among all of them, the most popular theory name is monitor model theory, which is given by Stephen Krashen's, and it is the most popular theory for learning a second language. If you want to learn any language, if you want to learn any second language, you can follow this theory. And it consists of 5 hypotheses. The first one is the acquisition learning hypothesis. The second one is the monitor hypothesis. The third one is the natural order hypothesis. The fourth one is the input hypothesis, and the fifth one is the filter hypothesis. These 5 hypotheses are most important for learning any language, and a learner must have to follow this criteria, and this will help you to learn a second language. Now I would like to talk them elaborately. First one is the acquisition learning hypothesis. It is the most important hypothesis for learning a second language. According to Krashen's, there are 2 steps. The first one is acquired system, and the second one is learned system. Here, acquired means the subconscious process. For example, when our children learn their mother language, they don't follow any formal instructions. They don't follow any structure, anything. They learn their mother language by following others, by communicating, and by staying at a certain place. So this is a very normal process, but it's very effective. And there is another process that's called learned process. It is a conscious process, and it follows instructions and formal rules and regulations. Krashen said that learning is less important than acquisition. Next one is the monitor hypothesis. It describes what is the relationship between acquired and learned system. Here monitors indicate the ultimate knowing of grammar. According to Krashen's, learning and acquisition are used in a specific way in language performance. There are 3 types of user. The first one is more over user, the person who use monitor all time. There are some person, they are always over it. They always follow the formal instruction, grammar. And the second one is the under user. The person who is not interested to use his conscious knowledge. There are some person, they know the language, but they are not interested to use it. And next one is optimal user, and the person who use monitor properly. Whatever they know, they try to express it accurately. And next one is the natural order hypothesis. It seems the second language rules are acquired predictable order. That means there are some grammatical structure tend to be learned fast, and some grammatical structure late, regardless the first language of a speaker. Whenever we try to learn any second language, there are some grammatical rules and regulations. We usually think that it's a natural process. We have to learn one by one, such as we usually learn a sentence, a tense, parts of speech, etc. And next one is the input hypothesis. It describes how a person learn second language. It always describes the acquisition, not learning, because that for learning any language, input is very important. How can we take the input? By listening more and more, by reading more and more, or by following the other person. This is very important. Language is understanding, not memorizing. And if the level is if any person, if his current level is I, if he can understand the language, that time his level will be I+1. That time he will be able to solve any problem very smartly and very gorgeously. And I mean, it is the most effective way to take more and more input. And last one is the effective filter hypothesis. It is the, I mean, it describes the most variables way that how can a person learn any language effectively. If we want to learn any language, we need inspirations, we need motivations, and we need anxiety and support. Suppose right now I'm trying to learn English language. If I don't have any motivation, or if I don't have any inspirations, or if I don't have any intention, I mean anxiety that whether I will be able to learn in language or not, so that time I will not learn this language. But right now I'm getting lots of support from my teachers, classmates, senior, juniors. They always support me that, yeah, you carry on, man, you are doing great. So I'm getting inspiration day by day. It helped me to learn the language. I mean, the effective filter describe that if there is a good combinations, I mean motivations, support, inspiration, then a person can learn any language very easily. Hopefully you have got my point. These are the process, these are the scientific theories for learning any second language. So if you want to learn any second language, you can follow these tricks. I mean the acquisition learning hypothesis, the natural order hypothesis, the input hypothesis, and the filter effective hypothesis. So you can follow it, and hopefully it will be very effective for you. That's all about today. Thanks for watching. All the best.